even though they're not supposed to under U.S. government protocol and laws that apply, despite the presence of morons like Clarence Thomas. Um, the lappers in the margins and in the wilds of big money have conducted their own private foreign policies with various groups that appeal to them because they're considered an axis of evil for opposing the United States in places like Iraq. And these pigeon heads seem themselves enlightened warriors, warriors. So they light out from the margins to do foreign policy on their own recognizance. The Green Party stuff with the whoa, 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 whoa. We were victims of genocide song and dance. Now, the sort of people who don't realize that when you do from the NAACP the sort of thing that was does to me, you give a gift to white racists to cheer, not only that they did it to me, but then to say you would do that to any white that came your way if you could get away with it. So what we see is a certain, Oliver Stone and Cornel West, his gibber. They put a poison in my mouth because they want to make me depend. I mean, it didn't start with a poison, it started with a heart poison. They erectile dysfunction and stuff. And psychiatric medicines, things to make me dependent so they could monitor them against elopement because I was getting around with very little money, braving homelessness and so on. And who knows what it's doing? It's getting into my bones. It's probably heading in my brain. There was this midge smelt of Sean Penn and Putin, who were emboldened by Penis Gabriel's pinching with John Schulman and the Israelis of the script that they planted on me, and then singled me out as an object of humiliation so NATO could take control of the West over American Kennedy visions of liberalism, because Putin's crowd doesn't want to negotiate with people who would like to meet them halfway. They would rather just establish universal hard lines and get on with the business of depopulating. So we've got a problem. It's an invention. It's what Hitler Reagan used to call good old fashioned American ingenuity, using the hostilities that are engendered by hot war to divide the camps into militarism so that if we ever do succeed at peace, everybody will be subordinated to, you know, MI7, MI8. I mean, yeah, they have special operations going like that, not just in the Donbass. The Penis Gabriel has special operations with Bill Gates of Microsoft. I've told you a number of different articles about the advance into synthetic schizophrenia that Brian Eno posited with Flippy Tune. So, I mean, Trumpy Tune tortured me. I mean, the bizarre things that they've done to me, killing seriously, raping my deaf advocate, and saying it was because I picked my nose wrong and stuff. It's from the Gurdjieff Society psychosis. And there's not much I can do about any of this except speak truth to the powerless, which is hopeless. It's more hopeless than speaking truth to Putin or something. The thing about Putin is that he seems like left on his own devices to be a very um, creative and intelligent human being. I mean, I enjoyed watching interviews with him. I thought he was interesting, but he's in his own. As Pussy Riot says, they're in a situation where all power comes from his caprice. And boy, have I ever heard that before with Maduri Gota.